Hey there. It is a beautiful day today, and maybe it's because I took some time off recording videos while I was in Vegas and actually had some topics rolling around in my head, but I felt compelled to create another video right now, second one for today. But anyway, in the last video I mentioned, once you're over 50, I think it's really a time where you start to become familiar with your mortality, especially as you see that occur around you with other people that are your age, and in a lot of cases younger than you. And I know there was a period of time that I can remember where I was pretty terrified of the prospect of death and what that would be like. And then I had an event happen that I can point to that really changed my view and changed my thought about it altogether. And that was, I had really one of my best friends and mentors, and I used to have breakfast every single day at Sundance Grill downtown, and it was probably for like a year or two, and every Monday morning we would be there, and we had the same gentleman that waited on us every time. His name was Danny. He was a great guy, very funny, dry sense of humor. Make off-color remarks to each other. It was fun. We had a really good time chatting with him, and even though I think it was like an hour every week, that was it, but it was an hour every week. So you think about it, it's like 52 hours you actually spend in the presence of this person over the course of a year, having little conversations, even if it's just not even any real in-depth conversations, but it's a part of your existence, part of your routine, whatever. And one Monday morning we were there, and one of the other wait staff came up and said, "Hey, I know that you guys had Danny every time you came in here, and so I just wanted to let you know that he passed away of a heart attack last week." And I remember as she said it, like how bummed out I was, and it really struck me as odd, and I was processing that with Brian, and Brian explained something to me in a light that really helped kind of bust through any fear that I would have toward death, because he helped me sort things out in my head in a pretty organized manner. But he said when Danny was here, we were there every week for like an hour, and we would have exchanges, and those were all of the things that we think about and recall, especially at a moment where you find out that they're no longer there, right? You have all these little micro memories kind of flooding into your head. And now that Danny's gone, it's really easy to say, we lost him. We no longer have him. And Brian explained, we never actually had him, right? Like, unless there's physical touch, and even at that point, there's a connection, but you don't really have anything. But even when Danny's gone, we still have him, and we can have him anytime we want by recalling the memories of times where we interacted together. And when I thought about that, it was actually a pretty beautiful moment, because it's true, right? So if somebody does pass away, we never lose the actual memory connection that we had with them, because we can bring those back at any time. So it's just as if we were there, because we're still going through those memories or those experiences and reprocessing them, just without having that person in your proximity, right? That's the difference. So the one thing we may lose is the opportunity to be able to create additional experiences going forward, but you can never take away the experiences that you created with them when they were here. So that made me feel really good, but it also, I think, was one of the things that pushed me more into living my life and intentionally creating experiences with people, because as I do that, I feel like I create more and deeper connections with other people who are here with me now, and I'm going to continue to have those connections forever. So it just adds so much more richness to life for me, and it brings so much more just joy and excitement and interest as I as I'm having these experiences with other people and watching how they take it in, because everybody experiences things differently. And it's really fun in a lot of cases to be able to see the differences between the way people are taking that in. But anyway, that was on my mind. I don't look at death as a morbid thing. Obviously, every day we wake up, we're one day closer to death. But I think it's important, at least it was for me, to have it in perspective as I start to enter in that stage of life where I really am faced with mortality as I see other people. And I don't want to live my life in fear, because then I'm not really living my life. I'm spending it being in fear. I want to live my life, and I want to intentionally create those experiences with other people, because those experiences and the memories of those experiences will live on forever. Man, this is something I wish I would have figured out earlier in life, but I don't believe in regret either. So now it's just time to make sure that I don't forget it and I continue to live my life a brand new way. Thanks.